Hi guys, welcome to day 2 live stream where I am breaking down basically how you go from a student to investor, on investor visa status, investor entrepreneur, E2 visa entrepreneur, and I'm also gonna give some prizes today. Number one is gonna be giveaway, free giveaway to one of my programs at ImmigrationBiz Academy. And number two, I'm also going to give you something special, but you have to stay tuned till end of the live stream that I'm going to disclose it. So also, if you are just tuning in, I would welcome you to share this video and participate, ask questions, say your name, where you're from, say hi, tell me if you are aspiring investor, if you are aspiring entrepreneur, so I can get to know you a little bit more. And like I said, I'm going to be giving away a prize, which is going to be a free program that is one of the programs that is available at ImmigrationBiz Academy. So today's topic is how you go from a student to investor entrepreneur, which is huge. And this is actually the step number 2 of the blueprint, American Dream blueprint that I'm sharing this week because we have Thanksgiving and I'm giving thanks and I'm grateful for you guys. So this is what's happening. There are many people who come and they email me, they ask me what are the requirements, especially when it comes to E2 investor visas, because that is something that I focus on. And I tell everybody either jump on a live stream with me where I will answer some of the questions at the end of this live stream, or you can book a consultation. So since the consultations are not free, now you have opportunity to ask anything you want. Now, before I jump and start this live stream, let me just share with my group that I'm here, that I'm doing this live stream so more people can join us. And whoever is tuning in, welcome guys, nice to see you here. Share this video, invite people, especially people who need this information, invite them because they have opportunity to win one of the programs today. And maybe it's gonna be you who is gonna be selected. Hey, Mahmoud. Hi guys. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Because it's in your language. Naksh. Hi guys, whoever is here, welcome. Let me just share this in my group and we are just getting started. And like I said, today I am giving away prize. Day 2, how to go from student to E2 investor entrepreneur. Join us. All right, cool. It's happening. All right. So we got people tuning in. Welcome everybody, guys. So happy to see you here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Today's topic, how to go from student to E2 investor. At the end of this live stream, I'm giving away one of my programs, and also I'm going to announce something pretty cool connected with Black Friday sale. So for those who are ready to start the process, you need to definitely take advantage of that because it's going to be something quite special. All right, so what is the process like, right? Yesterday, I talked about E2 investor visa. I talked about E2 investor visa, especially how to get that, yesterday I did not talk about E2 investor visa. Today I'm talking about E2 investor visa. Yesterday was all about student visa, F1 visa, how you get F1 visa. And I was sharing tips and tricks how you can get it in a fastest possible way. Because as you know, in order to get that, you need to be enrolled to school. Some of you don't have the funds, and I understand that. I started with $700 in the United States, right? So for you, if you are somebody who is considering student visa, you make sure to go back to yesterday's video, yesterday's live stream, and watch that. And today it's a stage 2. So once I was in the United States under student visa, and when I graduated law school in Chicago, then I moved to New York and I sat for a bar exam. I became a licensed attorney, and at that point I was looking for a job. So this is a real story. This is my story. I was looking for a job, and I'm sure there are many of you who are fresh graduates or you are about to graduate and you are looking for a job, or maybe you are right now on OPT. So right after school, I got on OPT, which is called Optional Practical Training. This is a training that allows you to work legally in the United States for any employer. And you have 1 year basically time to find a sponsor that is going to later on sponsor you on H-1B visa. Now, here is something that I preach that is very different compared to other people, or maybe even other lawyers. And that is this. I don't like H-1B visa. In my opinion, as an entrepreneur now, looking back, it's a not good solution if you want to live American dream. Now, again, this is coming from an entrepreneur. Back then, I had no idea that I am an entrepreneur. I did not even know what it means, the word entrepreneur. My story was simple. I could not find H-1B visa sponsor. I could not find H-1B visa sponsor because back then the market was full of unemployed lawyers. Nobody would hire me because in order to hire me, I was competing with American lawyers. They were getting cheap salaries, and I would have to have a salary that is pretty high because I was with a master degree, I was attorney, and so on. So nobody would. Let me ask you this. If you are an entrepreneur, if you are a business owner, would you hire a person who is foreigner that is going to cost you 3 times more than a local person who is way more qualified than this fresh new grad? Of course not. So that was my situation. It was a very difficult situation. And despite that, I figured it out. And now looking back, I understand that sometimes things happen, right? Things happen and we don't understand why. But now I know, looking back, why that happened. Of course, back then I felt like a victim. I felt like I'm failing here. But in fact, it was the biggest blessing of my life, one of the biggest blessings, obviously, of my life, that really opened my eyes. And what happened was that I decided to start my own company. Now, I was in large debt when I started my business. I had no funds. I had nothing. I had no idea how can I pull this off. And I decided to start my own company without zero entrepreneur skills, without zero marketing skills, sales skills, nothing. Like I had no idea how to run business. I was a lawyer, I was attorney, I was licensed attorney to practice law, and I had no idea how to run business. But I had no choice, and so I started my business. And that business first started overseas because I was forced to leave United States because my visa expired. I started my business from overseas. In other words, my company was incorporated in USA, but I was running the business from overseas. And that is something that back then I had no idea that is going to be the foundation of what I'm actually helping other people to do these days. So that is the point. Like even if you are overseas and even if you are not in the United States, even if you don't have a visa but you want to start a company in the US, you can start a company in the US. Guess what? You can do that. There is a way for you to start a company in the United States even though you don't have a visa. And that is something that I also teach in my program, E2 Ultimate Signature Program. And that is something that I teach and I work with my premium clients. That is what I do. Even if you don't have a visa, you can get started. That's the first step. You have to get started. The next step obviously is to build the business up and then invest, right? So the main requirements, how to get this E2 Investor Visa, you probably already know because I talk a lot about E2 Investor Visa. I have over 500 videos on my YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen those, make sure to go and check them out. There's an entire playlist called E2 Playlist where you can actually gather the information on how to apply for investor visa, how much do I need, what's the number one requirement, number two, number three, number five. I've done so many webinars on this topic. You can find some of the webinars if you visit my website, ImmigrationBiz.com. But today, the summary that I want to give you is following. Number one, you have to be from the treaty country. So not everyone is qualified. For example, if you are from India, you are not qualified, right? Because India is not an eligible country. So you have to be from a treaty country. Number two, you need to invest into active and real business. So if your business is speculative, If your business is not real and active, let me give you an example. If it's, for example, a real estate investment, if you are investing into a real estate, then this investment, even though it's substantial, it's not going to be considered because it's not active. However, if you turn that real estate business investment into something active, like a flip and fix property, then you are turning that passive investment into active business, and then you can apply it. So that is just an example. It has to be real and active business, right? Number 3, you have to invest substantial amount of capital. And this is the question people get stuck at, because people think that substantial amount of capital means that you have to invest $500,000 or $1 million, which is not true, because this visa category just requires you to invest substantial amount of capital. And the way I like to explain this is that you have to invest just enough. This is how I explain it, okay? Not the law. This is how I explain it to my clients in a plain English. You invest just enough. So in other words, you invest based on the calculation of your startup costs. Now, it really depends on the business model, right? It really depends on your business model. If you're starting agency, digital agency has different startup costs as buying a restaurant, investing into a restaurant, all right? Or if you're buying existing business, you have a different startup cost than versus startup, right? If you are starting a consulting business, you have pretty low startup costs. If you see what I mean? You got the point. There are different business models, and based on those business models, that's how you calculate what is your startup cost. Now, in my experience, I have worked with people who invested anywhere from $50,000 to $500,000, right? And sometimes even more. But these people basically started a company and then they invested, and the question is, the investment, where is this investment from? It has to be from a legal source. Now, what's the legal source? Well, guess what? It can be anything. It can be anything from gift, donation, savings, inheritance, loan. Make sure it's a personal secured loan. It's a secured loan when it's personal, because you need to show there is a collateral, right? Because another requirement is that you are bearing the risk of investment. You have to bear risk of investment, and your business must not be marginal. So what does this mean is actually that you need to show that the business is active and is operational and is producing profit, is making profit. If it's not making profit, it's making at least more than minimum living expenses of yourself and your family. So you have to again calculate what are my living expenses in the geographic location. There are very different living expenses in New York, in California, in Texas, you know what I mean? Alabama, like you go figure, different expenses, right? In Colorado. So you need to calculate that based on the location where you're moving, where you are living. So once you determine that, you need to show by evidence that your business is not marginal. So this is not just a pure statement. You need to actually show evidence that the business is making more than minimum living expenses, and therefore it's not marginal, right? And lastly, you need to show that you are someone who's got skills, credentials, experience, diplomas, certifications, trainings, and you are able to manage this business based on your skills, based on your credentials. Once you're able to show by, again, obviously evidence, that you are meeting these requirements, you're certified or you're experienced, then you're good to go. And oftentimes people ask me, what if I don't have any MBA business background? How can I apply for this E2 visa if I'm not an entrepreneur? Well, that's okay. In that case, maybe you need to show that you have a team that you have hired and this team actually possess these skills, requirements, and will be able to help you. So you need to obviously include a business plan with future financial projections that are solid, and you are able to show that this is not just speculative business, this is actually a real commercial enterprise, right? So if you are able to do that, then you're good, and you will be definitely actually most likely approved. So that is exactly what I did, right? Like I started my own business and I went from that student to investor to entrepreneur, and then I was growing and scaling the company, and then I invested from different sources, right? I invested from a loan, I invested from savings, I invested I combined different sources, how I invested over 100,000, and that is how I got that status, right? So if you wonder, how can you go straight from a student to investor? Well, the thing is that you're never going to go straight from student to investor. It's a process, right? It's going to take maybe a year, in some cases 2 years, but it can be done, right? And the way I look at it is, once you have this investor visa, you are basically in control, right? So because you are in control, nobody can really fire you, like in case of H-1B visa, and in that case your American dream is over. Well, with E2 your American dream is completely in your hands, and you have the control over your American dream. And because of that, I really believe that this is the way to go. And the next question would be what to do if your E2 visa is about to expire, because in some cases the E2 visa is for 5 years, in some cases it's for 2 years, right? And in some cases they have multiple entries, in some cases they have one entry only, depending on the country where you're from. So the next question would be what to do if your visa is about to expire, because with E2 visa you can extend many times. There is no limit in terms of extension. The only limit is whether you are running a business that is real, and then you are paying taxes and the business is making profit, right? That is the question. If you say yes, and if you answer to yes to all these questions, then you can extend. Now, if you don't want to keep extending, instead you want to permanently solve your status, then comes the stage 3, which I'm going to be covering tomorrow. And that is basically how you go from this E2 visa to either EB5 or EB2. And what are the green card options for you as an entrepreneur, as an investor? What can you do if you want to stabilize your residency, you want to become permanent resident? And I'm also going to be covering advantages versus disadvantages of this E2 versus green card, because sometimes people prefer E2 over green card, and there are reasons why, which I'm actually going to be covering today. So there you have it, guys. This is your blueprint. And basically this blueprint is exactly what I've done. And I hear people coming to me all the time and they are like, ma'am, I want to go to US. Yeah, help me, this and that. And you know what? Here's the deal, guys. Like when I started, there was no Marieta, no YouTube channel who can tell me exactly how to do this, how to go about it. Like I had to study everything by myself. I had no money, so I had to pretty much study everything on my own. And I had to study the law, the actual law. Now you don't have to study any law, because I'm doing these live streams, the free videos, YouTube channel with over 500 videos. So you guys have, like, basically now it's way easier for you to make this happen than it was basically 12 years ago. So if your excuse is right now that you don't have the money, honestly, it's excuse. It's literally excuse. Number 2, if you have excuse that you don't know how, then the excuse is really, and I'm just going to be super honest here, it's really just being lazy, because there's so many information available online, including my YouTube channel, where you can find all the information, and all you need to do is just listen and take it all in. So that's it, pretty much, right? And then you have to take action, and you have to make things happen. And because of that, this is what I'm doing today. I am giving away one of my programs, which is going to be given to a person who is most active. So you have to show that you are most active on this live stream. I'm not going to give the program to just somebody random. I want to give this program to a person who is going to be most active. So you need to be most active. You need to share this video. You need to invite friends who can who need this information, and you need to comment below. And you need to comment, here is what you need to do if you want to get the free program, How to Incorporate Your Business in the United States. You need to comment below what kind of business you want to start in the United States and why. So you need to give me name of your business. If you don't have the name, just describe the business for me. What is the business about? And what's your mission? What's your why? Because I connect with people and I work with people who are mission-driven, purpose-driven. It's all about the purpose. If your purpose is just to make money, then probably I'm not your girl. I want to work with people who are changing humanity, who are changing the world through their companies. So in order for you to get the free program, How to Incorporate and Start Business in the United States, which I am, by the way, giving away, you need to comment below, what is your business about? What is your business about, and why are you, what is your why? What's your motivation? Why you want to do this, right? So I need to know the business, what is it about, and why you do that, why you want to run this business. And I'm going to select one person who is going to be the winner for the program, How to Incorporate in the United States. And this is going to happen within the next 24 hours. So if you are watching replay, I'm still giving a chance for you to win and to be selected. And I'm going to reply to these comments. Like, you will see that I reply to you, you are the winner. And then I'm going to ask you to email me and ask, and I'm going to gather your information and I'm going to enroll you to the program. Now, if you are somebody who is not going to be the winner, another thing, I have something going on this week only is that I'm giving away 55% off, which is a code, discount code that you can find above this video. And it's specifically designed for people who want to start business in the United States, who want to grow this company. And I'm giving away a lot of bonuses within this program. You have a lot of bonuses. One of them is how to get the business visa. Another one is how to get even the green card to the United States. Another one is how to build six-figure business in 6 months. There is a lot of content, and if you actually click on the link above this video, if you're watching me on YouTube, it's going to be below this video. That link is going to show you everything that is included in this program. And there is 55% off discount because of the Thanksgiving. Because this week I'm giving thanks. And so this discount is expiring on Friday. So if you are seriously interested in getting your investor visa, in starting your business in the United States, and you seriously want to make it happen, and you're looking for a guidance from someone who has done it, right? Who's been there, done it, then this is your chance. Otherwise, obviously, there's just going to be the regular price. So that's what I got for you guys. I hope this was helpful. Again, if you want to be the winner, you need to comment below what's your business about and why are you doing it. And then I'm going to give you the program, How to Incorporate Business in the United States, for free. I'm going to select one winner. And if you are watching replay, make sure to write #replay. And then again, you can also participate and you might be selected as well. All right, guys, so thanks so much for tuning in. Tomorrow, I'm going to be covering how you go from investor, E2 visa holder to a green card, and there are different ways. I'm also going to talk about the advantages versus disadvantages when it comes to green card, because some people prefer E2 visa over green card. So stay tuned. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.